Okay, now let us discuss question number 28 from the practice sheet. So we have completed up to question number 27. Okay, so question number 28 says, find the area of the triangle formed by joining the midpoints of the sides of a triangle whose vertices are 0, -1, 2, 1 and 0, 3. Find the ratio of this triangle, this area to the area of the given triangle. Okay, so let me repeat the question. The question says, find the area of a triangle formed by joining the midpoints of the sides of a triangle. Okay, so there is a triangle whose sides, whose vertices are given to us, that is 0, -1, 2, 1 and 0, 3. So what you need to do is, you need to determine the area of a triangle which is formed by joining the midpoints of this given triangle. Okay, and then what you need to do, find the ratio of this area, that is the area of the triangle formed by midpoints, by joining the midpoints of the triangle to the area of given triangle. Okay, so there are two areas that we need to calculate. So this question is like, in first time reading you will not be able to understand what exactly you need to do. So what is the best way to approach this question? Okay, the best way to approach this question is simply draw a triangle and mark its vertices. Okay, because after doing that you will be able to understand what exactly is given in the question and how to determine the unknown quantity. Okay, so even if I am not getting what exactly this question is trying to say, then also I will going to draw a simple triangle and mark its vertices. पहली बार में पढ़ के मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा कि कैसे अप्रोच करूं, तो मैं कुछ नहीं करूंगा, सिर्फ ट्राइंगल तो जरूर बना दूंगा और उसके वर्टाइसेस जरूर मार्क कर दूंगा. तो हम एक ट्राइंगल बना देते हैं. अगेन जैसा मैंने कहा था, ट्राइंगल आप एक जनरलाइज्ड ट्राइंगल बना सकते हैं, इसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. मैं मान लेता हूं कि ए बी सी इसके 3 वर्टाइसेस हैं, और क्योंकि ट्राइंगल में जब हम वर्टाइसेस मार्क करते हैं तो ऑर्डर का कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होता, किसी भी ऑर्डर में आप वर्टाइसेस को मार्क कर सकते हैं. इसीलिए इस ट्राइंगल में भी हम रैंडमली अपने हिसाब से मार्क कर देते हैं. दैट इज, लेट अस से दिस इज 0, -1, लेट अस से दिस इज 2, 1 एंड लेट अस से दिस इज 0, 3. ओके, मैं ऐसा मान लेता हूं कि ये ट्राइंगल है, इसके ये 3 वर्टाइसेस हैं. ठीक है, तो क्वेश्चन में जो गिवन था उतना हमें समझ में आ गया. नाउ व्हाट इट इज ट्राइंग टू से, इट सेज देयर इज अ ट्राइंगल फॉर्म्ड बाय जॉइनिंग द मिड पॉइंट्स ऑफ द 3 साइड्स ऑफ दिस ट्राइंगल. सो इफ दिस इज अ ट्राइंगल, व्हाट आर द मिड पॉइंट्स ऑफ इट्स साइड्स? आई विल से, लेट अस से दिस इज द मिड पॉइंट, दिस इज डी, this is another midpoint which is, let us say, E, and this is another midpoint which is let us say F. So D, E and F are the midpoints of AB, AC and BC respectively. Now the most important thing is, you need to form a triangle using these 3 vertices. So I will join these 3 vertices in this way. तो मैंने इन 3 वर्टाइसेस को ज्वाइन करा एंड आई हैव गॉट अ ट्राइंगल, दिस वन. मुझे ये ट्राइंगल फॉर्म होता हुआ दिख रहा है. क्या मैं इस ट्राइंगल का एरिया निकाल सकता हूं? हाँ. क्यों? क्योंकि एरिया निकालने के लिए मुझे कोऑर्डिनेट्स चाहिए, मुझे वर्टाइसेस की लोकेशंस चाहिए. तो क्या मेरे पास वर्टाइसेस की लोकेशंस अवेलेबल है? नहीं, अभी तो नहीं है. अभी तो मेरे पास सिर्फ मेन गिवन ट्राइंगल के वर्टाइसेस की लोकेशन अवेलेबल है. तो क्या मैं इन डी, ई और एफ पॉइंट्स के वर्टाइसेस की लोकेशन निकाल सकता हूं? क्या मैं इन्हें पता कर सकता हूं? हाँ. क्यों? बिकॉज जस्ट ऑब्जर्व इट वेरी केयरफुली. D is what? D is the midpoint of AB. Since D is a midpoint of AB, I can clearly say that this D points divides this AB line in the ratio of 1:1. Okay, D point is dividing AB line segment in the ratio of 1:1. So to calculate the coordinates of D, I can apply midpoint formula. Okay, what I can do, I can apply midpoint formula. So applying midpoint formula for D, E and F. For D, E and F, you can see that this is AB and this point is D. You have the coordinates of A as 0, -1 and coordinates of B as 2, 1. So let us say this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2, this is x, y. So I can calculate the coordinates of D. What is the formula for the midpoint? The midpoint formula, midpoint theorem says x1 x is equals to x1 plus x2 upon 2 and y is equals to y1 plus y2 upon 2. This is the formula. So x1 plus x2, 0 plus 2 is 2. So x is equals to 0 plus 2 upon 2, that is equals to 1, and then y is equals to -1 plus 1 upon 2, which is equals to 0. So I can say that the coordinates of D point are 1, 0. Okay. So for D point I can write the coordinates as 1, 0. Now similarly I can calculate the coordinates of E and F also. So E, the coordinates of E, let us say these are x, y. Now E point divides AC line. Okay, you can see that E point is the midpoint of AC line. So to calculate the coordinates of E, I am assuming that this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2. So the coordinates of E will be x1 plus x2, 0 plus 0 upon 2 will give you 0, -1 plus 3 is 2, 2 upon 2 is 1. Okay, so the coordinates of point E are 0, 1. Okay, it's very easy to calculate x1 plus x2 upon 2, y1 plus y2 upon 2. Just simple, you need to apply the formula. Now similarly, what about F? You can see F is the midpoint of BC. It means for calculating the coordinates of F, this is my x1, y1 and this is my x2, y2. So x1 plus x2 upon 2 will give you the x coordinate of F point. 2 plus 0 upon 2 is 1. Okay. Then comma 1 plus 3. This is y1 plus y2. 1 plus 3 is 4 upon 2 is 2. So the coordinates of F point are 1, 2. So now observe it very carefully. You have all the three coordinates of this triangle, this DEF triangle. Now can you calculate the area of this triangle? Yes, it's very easy to calculate the area. So what I am going to find is area of triangle DEF. This is our triangle. Okay, let us draw it in the same position. Let us draw it like this. So this was D, this is E and this is F. So the coordinates of D are 1, 0, coordinates of E are 0, 1 and coordinates of F, it is 1, 2. This is 1, 2. So the area of triangle, area is equals to what? It is half of, to the bracket, let us write the formula. First thing is x1, then to the bracket, after 1 it will be 2, so y2 minus y3 plus x1 के बाद it is x2, to the bracket 2 के बाद 3, so y3 minus y1 bracket close plus x3 to the bracket 3 के बाद 1, so it is y1 minus y2 to the bracket close. Okay, so this is the area of triangle that we have studied previously. Now let us apply this triangle, this area. Let us say this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2, this is x3 y3. Okay, I have assumed that these are x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3. Now area of triangle is equals to half of, to the bracket x1, x1 is 1, in the bracket it will be y2 is 1 and y3 is 2, so 1 minus 2 plus what is x2? x2 is 0 to the bracket y3 is 2 and y1 is 0. So this is 2 minus 0 plus x3. In place of x3 it is 1. So to the bracket y1 minus y2, y1 is 0 and y2 is 1. So 0 minus 1. Okay, y1 minus y2. So further solving this, it will be half of to the bracket 1 minus 2 is minus 1 and minus 1 into 1 will give you 1 only. Sorry, minus 1 only. So this is minus 1. Now plus it will be 0. Then 1 into minus 1 will give you minus 1. So this is minus 1. So further solving it, 1 upon 2 into minus 2. Okay, minus 1 is minus 2. So when you solve it, it will give you minus 1. That is, area is equals to what? Area of triangle DEF is what? It is 1 square units. Now what I have written is, you can see that area is minus 1, but area cannot be negative. Okay, area negative नहीं हो सकता. इसीलिए जब हम इस फॉर्मूले को अप्लाई करते हैं तो अगर कोई निगेटिव क्वांटिटी आती है तब भी हम उसे एरिया कंसिडर करते हैं और उसका निगेटिव साइन को नेग्लेक्ट कर देते हैं. दैट इज अ मॉड्यूलस फंक्शन. ओके, मॉड्यूलस फंक्शन एक फंक्शन होता है जो कि आप डिटेल में 12th क्लास में पढ़ेंगे फंक्शंस एंड रिलेशंस में. अभी जस्ट हम इतना मान लेते हैं कि बेसिकली एरिया कैन नॉट बी नेगेटिव. दैट्स व्हाई हमने इस नेगेटिव एरिया के साइन को नेग्लेक्ट कर दिया और सिर्फ उसके मैग्नीट्यूड को कंसिडर कर लिया. दैट्स व्हाई इस छोटे से ट्राइंगल का एरिया 1 स्क्वायर यूनिट्स आ गया. ओके, नाउ तो हमने इस एरिया, इस ट्राइंगल के एरिया को तो फाइंड आउट कर लिया. तो क्या क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट हो गया? नो. क्वेश्चन में अभी पूछा जा रहा है फाइंड द रेशियो ऑफ दिस एरिया. विच एरिया? दिस एरिया टू द एरिया ऑफ द गिवन ट्राइंगल. द गिवन ट्राइंगल इज ABC. तो इसका मतलब मुझे ABC के एरिया को इस DEF के एरिया से कंपेयर करना है. इसका मतलब मुझे ABC का एरिया भी डिटरमाइन करना है. सो लेट अस डिटरमाइन द एरिया ऑफ ट्राइंगल ABC. Again the same formula that you need to apply. Let us say this is the triangle ABC. This is A, this is B and this is C. ऐसा हम मान लेते हैं. So the coordinates are 0, minus 1, 0, minus 1. Then the coordinates of B are 2, 1. This is 2, 1 and the coordinates of C 0, 3. So this is 0, 3. Okay, so this is our triangle ABC. Now area of triangle ABC is equals to what? Half of to the bracket. Again you need to write the formula x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2 and bracket close. Okay, बिकॉज अगर आप बार बार इस फॉर्मूले को लिखेंगे, बार बार हर क्वेश्चन में इसे लिखेंगे, तो थोड़े से समय में ये फॉर्मूला आपको याद हो जाएगा. इसीलिए जब आप प्रैक्टिस भी करें तब भी इस फॉर्मूले को लिखें. बार बार जब लिखेंगे तभी याद होगा, अदरवाइज याद नहीं होगा. ओके, सो x1 y1, दिस इज x1 y1, दिस इज x2 y2 and this is x3 y3. Okay, so by substituting these values you will get area is equals to half of to the bracket x1 is 0 to the bracket y2 minus y1, y2 minus y3, y2 is 1 and y3 is 3. So 1 minus 3 plus x2 is 2 to the bracket y3 is 3 minus y1 is minus of minus 1, so it will become plus 1, plus x3 is 0 to the bracket, it will be y1 is minus 1 and y2 is y2 is 1, so minus of 1. So further solving it, it will be half of to the bracket 2 into 4. You will see that this 1 and 1 will get subtracted and answer will be 4. So area of triangle ABC is equals to 4 square units. Okay, so area of triangle ABC is equals to what? It is 4 square unit. Now what you need to calculate? You need to calculate the ratio of this area to this area. So how to calculate the ratio? We will simply divide area of triangle DEF by area of triangle ABC, and you can see DEF is 1 square unit and ABC is 4 square unit. So here I can write it is 1 upon 4. So the ratio of these two areas is what? The ratio is 1:4. Okay, ratio is 1:4, and this is the answer. This is the answer. This is the first. This is the second answer, and this was the first answer. Okay, so this question gives us some logic. It gives us some concept. The concept is that the area of triangle formed by joining the midpoints of a triangle is 1/4 of the area of complete triangle. It means if I simply calculate the area of triangle ABC and if I divide that area by 4, I will get the area of triangle DEF. मतलब मुझे हर बार इस मिड पॉइंट्स को ज्वाइन करके एरिया डिटरमाइन करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. अगर मैं कंप्लीट एरिया का इस कंप्लीट ट्रायंगल का एरिया निकाल लेता हूं और उसको 4 से डिवाइड कर देता हूं तो ऑटोमेटिकली आई विल गेट द एरिया ऑफ ट्रायंगल फॉर्म बाय द मिड पॉइंट्स ऑफ द ट्रायंगल्स. ओके, सो लेट अस सपोज इस एबीसी ट्रायंगल का एरिया अगर 20 स्क्वायर यूनिट्स होता. ओके, लेट अस कंसिडर सम imaginary situation that I have a triangle whose vertices are given to me, and let us say it have area is equals to 20 square units. Okay, now if I want to determine the area of the triangle formed by joining its midpoints, then I can directly divide that 20 by 4, and 20 by 4 will give you 5 square units. So अगर ABC का area 20 square units होता तो DEF ट्राइंगल का एरिया 20 by 4 that is 5 स्क्वायर यूनिट्स आ जाता. ओके, दिस इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट. ये कॉन्सेप्ट आपको हेल्प करेगा NTSE की एग्जाम में. स्कूल की एग्जाम में आपको पूरा लिखना पड़ेगा, इसी तरह से सॉल्व करना है. ओके, लेकिन NTSE की एग्जाम में जहां पे ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस आते हैं तो ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस में दिस कॉन्सेप्ट विल हेल्प यू. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज जस्ट मार्क इट एज अ स्टार एंड राइट डाउन दैट इट इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट फॉर NTSE एग्जाम. ओके, दिस इज अ good concept that you can apply to as a shortcut. You can use it as a shortcut to solve questions quickly. Okay, so this is the solution for question number 28. So we have solved question number 28. First you can note this, then we will continue. Okay, now let us discuss question number 29 from the practice sheet. Question number 29 says find the area of the quadrilateral whose vertices taken in order are -4, -2, 3, -3, -5, 3, -2 and 2, 3. Okay, so it says there is a quadrilateral whose area is need to be determined and the vertices of this quadrilateral are in given order. Okay. So if it is a quadrilateral, let us first draw a simple quadrilateral. This is question number 29. Let us draw a quadrilateral. Now, since it says that it is a quadrilateral, it is not given that it is a rectangle or a square or a parallelogram or a trapezium or a rhombus or anything else. Okay. So what we will going to do is we will going to draw a generalized quadrilateral. So in this way you can draw a generalized quadrilateral. Okay. Let us say this is a quadrilateral. It may look like some figure like a rhombus or a parallelogram, but you cannot consider it as a parallelogram or a special kind of quadrilateral. You need to consider it as a simple quadrilateral. Okay, it's a generalized quadrilateral, and since the vertices are given in order, so what I am going to do is I am assuming that let us say this is A, B, C and D. Okay, and the vertices are -4, -2, then -3, -5, then 3 comma minus 2, and then D point is 2 comma 3. Okay, I am assuming that these are the vertices. Now what I need to do, I need to determine the area of this quadrilateral. So how to determine the area of this quadrilateral? How to determine the area of a generalized quadrilateral? What you need to do is, the formula will remain the same, that is length into breadth. But in this case, it is very difficult to apply the length into breadth formula because we don't know the breadth, that is the height of this quadrilateral. So what we will going to do is, we will try to solve this question by using the concept of coordinate geometry. Okay. So how to apply the concept of coordinate geometry? So remember, we have understood a formula for determining the area of a triangle. Can I apply the area of a triangle in this quadrilateral? Directly not. Why? Because I cannot see a triangle, it is just a quadrilateral. But just think about it, if I draw a line which joins A point and C point, that is, if I draw a diagonal AC, I can see that I have two triangles. One triangle is ADC and another one is ABC. So by joining this diagonal, I can divide this quadrilateral into two triangles. So we have two triangles, the two triangles, the first one is triangle ADC and the second one is triangle ABC. So these two are the triangles formed. Now you have vertices of all the triangles. So what I can do is, I can see a simple observation that area of ABCD quadrilateral is equals to area of triangle ADC plus area of triangle ABC. I can see a very simple observation that area of this complete figure, this complete quadrilateral, is equal to area of this triangle, this one, plus area of this triangle. If you add these two areas, you will get the area of this complete rectangle. So how to determine the area? It's very simple, because we have all the three coordinates for this triangle and also for this triangle, or the vertices. The coordinates of the vertices are given to us. So let us first determine the area of triangle ABC. Okay. Now triangle ABC is something like this. What we will going to do is, we will going to draw a generalized triangle. Okay. I am not assuming, I am not concerned that whether this shape is exactly same as this one. Okay, it is not my concern. What I am going to do, I am going to just draw this triangle so that I can conveniently calculate the area of this triangle. So it's randomly, you can draw any shape for this triangle. It doesn't matter that this triangle should look exactly like this. Okay, because you don't know whether your quadrilateral is exactly like this or not. That's why it doesn't matter. So this is our A point, this is B point, and this is C point. The coordinates of point A are -4, -2. Coordinates of point B are -3, -5, and the coordinates of point C are 3, 2. 3, -2. So now to determine the area, let us say this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2, and this is x3, y3. Now again I am going to write the formula for area of triangle, which is very important. So area of triangle ABC is equals to half of, to the bracket, x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2 and bracket close. Why I am writing this formula? To avoid any sort of calculation error. That's why I am writing this formula again and again. So further solving this, half of to the bracket x1 is minus 4 to the bracket y2 is what, minus 5, and y3 is what, minus 2. So minus 5 minus of minus 2, minus 5 minus of minus 2 plus x2 is what, it is minus 3. So I can directly write it as minus 3 to the bracket y3 is minus 2 and minus y1 is minus 2. So minus of minus 2 and bracket close plus x3 is 3 to the bracket y1. What is y1? It is minus 2. So minus 2 and y2 is minus 5. So minus of minus 5 and bracket close. So this is the area. Now simplifying this, it will be half of to the bracket. Now minus 4 into what? Minus 5 plus 2 is minus 3. Minus 3 into, this is minus 2 plus 2, it will become 0. Then plus 3 into, this is minus 2 plus 5. So minus 2 plus 5 is plus 3. So it will be 3. Okay. Further simplifying it, it will be half of to the bracket. Now 4 3s are 12 and this is 3 3s are 9, because this 3 into 3 into 0 is 0. So this is 12, this is 3 into 3 is 9 and bracket close. So 9 plus 12 is 21, 21 upon 2. So the area of this triangle is 21 upon 2 square units. Okay, this is the area of triangle ABC. Similarly, let us calculate area of triangle ADC. The triangle is like this. Let us say this is the triangle, this is A, this is B and this is C, sorry, A, D and C. So this is D and this is C. The point A is minus 4 comma minus 2. Okay. Point D is what? It is 2 comma 3. So point D is 2 comma 3 and point C is 3 comma minus 2. Okay. So point D is what? It is 3 comma minus 2. Now let us say this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2, this is x3 y3. Okay. Now here also you need to write the area. यहाँ पर भी area लिखें. अगर आप area नहीं लिखेंगे तो हो सकता है कैलकुलेशन में गलती हो जाए. So please be very careful while applying the formula for calculating the area of triangle. So area of triangle ADC is equals to half of to the bracket x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 and y1 minus y2 in bracket close. Okay. So area is equals to half of to the bracket x1 is minus 4, y2 is 3 and y3 is minus 2. So 3 minus of minus 2 will become 5. Okay. Now then x2, so plus 2, this is x2 plus 2 and then in the bracket it will be y3 is minus 2 and minus y1 is minus 2. So minus 2 minus of minus 2 will become plus 2. So it will become minus 2 plus 2, that is equal to 0. Okay. Then x3 is what? x3 is 3. To the bracket y1 is minus 2 and y2 is 3. So minus 2 minus 3 will give you minus 5 and bracket close. Okay. So this will become 5 into 4 is 20, but it will be minus 20 and this will be minus 15. So it is minus 35 by 2. But as I have said previously, एरिया कभी भी नेगेटिव नहीं होता. इस फॉर्मूले को अप्लाई करने के बाद अगर मुझे नेगेटिव एक्सप्रेशन मिलता है, सो व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू इज आई एम गोइंग टू नेग्लेक्ट दिस नेगेटिव साइन. सो व्हाट इज द एरिया ऑफ ट्रायंगल एबीसी? एरिया ऑफ ट्रायंगल एडीसी is basically 35 by 2 square units. Okay. So if ADC का area 35 by 2 square units है, then what is the area of quadrilateral ABCD? It will be area of triangle ABC plus area of triangle ADC. Okay, this is what we have done. This is what the concept that we have applied initially. So area of triangle ABC, it is 21 by 2 square units, this one, and area of triangle ADC is 35 by 2 square units. Now adding these two areas, it will be 2 plus 3, 20, 30 is 50, so 56 upon 2. When you solve this, 2 2s are 4 and 2 8s are 16. So finally you will get area of ABCD is equals to 28 square units. Okay, this will be the area of quadrilateral ABCD equals to 28 square units. So in this way you need to solve this question, and this is the solution for question number 29. So one more question left, that is 30th. So first you note this, then we will continue. Okay, now let us discuss question number 30. Question number 30 says, find a relation between x and y if the points x comma y, 1 comma 2 and 7 comma 0 are collinear. Okay, so you have 3 points x comma y, 1 comma 2 and 7 comma 0, and it says that these 3 points are collinear, but it is not given that they are collinear in which order. We don't know the order in which they are collinear. Okay, maybe x comma y is in between 1 comma 2 and 7 comma 0, maybe 7 comma 0 is in between, or maybe 1 comma 2 is in between the 2 points x comma y and 7 comma 0. So order is unknown, and we need to determine the relation between x and y. So this question is a very simple question. This kind of question is similar to question number that we have solved is question number 27. Just remember what we have done in question number 27. We have taken a condition that if 3 points are collinear, then definitely the area of triangle formed by the 3 points is equal to 0. So the same concept we will going to apply in this question also. So question number 30. There are 3 points. The first point is, let us say A, x comma y. The second point is, let us say B, 1 comma 2, and the third point is C, 7 comma 0. Okay, so if I assume that these 3 points are collinear, so what is the condition? If A, B and C are collinear, then area of triangle ABC, area of triangle formed by AB and C, by joining AB and C, is equals to 0 square units. This is the most important condition. The area must be equal to 0 square units. Now observe it very carefully. A, B and C are the 3 vertices as I have assumed them. So what I can do is, I can say that let us say this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2, and this is x3, this is y3. So the area of triangle must be 0. So what I can write in place of ABC, I can write half of area of triangle as half of to the bracket x1 y1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 and y1 minus y2 and bracket close. This area is equals to 0. Why? Because I have assumed that these 3 points are collinear, or I can say that it is given in the question that you need to assume that these 3 points are collinear. So we need to determine the relation between x and y. Now we have the area of triangle and we have equated this area to 0. So let us substitute the values of x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. So the area of triangle is half of to the bracket, what is x1? x1 is x to the bracket y2, y2 is 2 and y3 is 0. So 2 minus 0, okay, plus x2 is 1, so it is 1 to the bracket, this is y3 minus y1, y3 is 0 and y1 is y, so this will be 0 minus y plus x3. What is x3? x3 is 7 and to the bracket y1 minus y2, y1 is y and y2 is 2, so it will be y minus 2, y minus 2, this is equals to 0. Okay, so this is the area of triangle which is equals to 0. Now this 1 upon 2 when shifted from LHS to RHS, it will get multiplied to this 0 and it will be eliminated. So simply we will be left with x to the bracket 2, this 2 minus 0 is 2, plus 1 into minus y and plus 7 into y minus 2 is equals to 0. This is what the condition we are left with. So now further solving this expression, 2 into x will give you 2x and this is 1 into minus y is just minus y, then plus 7 into y is 7y and 7 into minus 2 is will give you 7 2s are 14 and this is equals to 0. Okay, further simplifying it, this is minus y, this is 7y, so 2x plus 6y is equals to 14. This is what the condition you can have. Now then taking 2 as common, to the bracket x plus 3y is equals to 14. This is the condition that you will get. Subtract this 2, divide this 2 by this 14 and this will give you 7. So you will get x plus 3y is equals to 7. You can see this is a linear equation in 2 variable. So this is the relation between x and y if these 3 points are collinear. Okay, so now try to understand the conclusion of this question. The conclusion says that the values of x and y which satisfy this particular condition, okay, the values of x and y which satisfy this particular condition will make these 3 points collinear. Okay, so let me write the conclusion. You have solved the question, it's very good, but conclusion is also very important. The conclusion is A, B, C are collinear only if x and y, or I can say only if point A lies on the line x plus 3y is equals to 7. Okay, so what I want to say is, if A point lies on this line x plus 3y is equals to 7, मतलब A point अगर इस लाइन पे लाई कर रहा है तो इस रिलेशन को सेटिस्फाई कर रहा है, तो x और y की कुछ वैल्यूज इस तरह से होनी चाहिए कि रिलेशन सेटिस्फाई हो जाए. So just remember, in linear equation we have studied this concept that the x and y which satisfy this relation lies on this particular line. Why? Because this is the equation for a straight line. Equation for a स्ट्रेट लाइन, ये एक स्ट्रेट लाइन का इक्वेशन है. तो x कॉमा y जो इस रिलेशन को सेटिस्फाई करेंगे, उन्हीं x और y के लिए ये 3 पॉइंट्स कोलिनियर हो पाएंगे. तो इसका मतलब ये a पॉइंट को कहाँ लाई करना चाहिए, ये a पॉइंट को डेफिनेटली इस लाइन पे लाई करना चाहिए. इस लाइन पे लाई करने वाला हर एक पॉइंट अगर मैं b और c के साथ ज्वाइन करूंगा, सो द 3 पॉइंट्स विल बिकम कोलिनियर. ओके, this is the condition. This is a very interesting condition, you can see. So this is the solution for question number 30. So we have completed question number 30. So this completes a basic discussion on coordinate geometry. So you can note these questions.